Hey everybody, it's 2Gene. Looks like I'm back and I'm going to make another video, talk about a few things. Before we get out there, I just want to remind everybody, try to always wear a helmet if you're going to ride. But that being said, let's get out there and ride and have a nice little workout and a good day. Some fresh air. Let's get on out. I trust today will be a little bit better with the angle as it's pointed all the way up. Let me make sure that's snug. A nice day again. I love these nice days. It actually just got through raining just yesterday. Stormed bad. Actually, I was on my PS4 and it corrupted a few files and I had to restore a lot of stuff and go into safe mode. But you can't beat after the rain. Everything's so green and growing. Lush. Anyway, in today's video, I wanted to start out, talk a little bit about, reviews. And swallowing bugs. Whoa. It's like a gnat. There's a creek that I just rode over and there's gnats around creeks sometimes, and they will go to the highest point in your head, or the highest point of the heat source, and that was my hip. Definitely had gotten one in my mouth. That was disgusting. Oh man. So anyways, back to what I was talking about. I wanted to talk today about reviews. Are they for everybody? Are they for nobody? Mostly, I've been noticing a trend with movies and television shows and reviews, especially like with Metacritic. So you'll have these low review scores from critics and high from the fans, or vice versa. Well, I think a lot of it has to do, this is my own personal opinion, but I think a lot of it has to do with literal diversity. And I mean diversity of not thought, well, kind of thought, but it's diversity of interest. If I have a bunch of people who they play, only shooters, and I say, well, I want you to review all the games. They'll come FIFA or Madden, they may not review that too kindly. And is that fair? I mean, I get that they're being paid to review it. But I mean, as someone who, not myself, I mean, I wouldn't review it fairly. But I'm not a big sports game fan. But for someone who does like, I like certain genres of things, like sci-fi, literally this nerdy stuff, pretty much stereotype on that. If someone comes in who's looking at it from this super political, or they want, let's say they like dramas, and they go and watch like Hot Fuzz. Well, Hot Fuzz isn't so much of a drama. Back to what I was saying, like you have this Solo movie out. I'm seeing a split in reviewers. Some are giving it this There's a few that's given it scathing reviews. I'm like, really just got in there. Which, it's hard for me to believe somebody with, like Disney, with that big a budget can make. I mean, I get anybody can mess up, but I mean, come on. It's like, beta test your work, man. But it's hard for me to believe that they're going to mess up. I mean, they're very formulaic at Disney. They know it works. They pump it out all the time. When they get caught doing it, they'll try to switch it up. But I mean, they're a big corporation for a reason. I mean, they were able to buy Star Wars for a reason. The whole franchise. Solo, a Star Wars story. Whew, they had to make that a tongue twister, didn't they? So it's not getting the best reviews and it's not getting the worst reviews, but aggregated from Metacritic, it's in the 60s, but the same was Avengers. Now, Avengers, I personally went and watched, and like I said, I am all things nerd, even though it's obviously not 100% true to comics. It was still good. You know, it was a fun movie. You know, if you like sci-fi, you'd like it. If you like fantasy, you'd like it. Well, the odds are in your favor of liking it. But if you're not into those, if you're into dramas, you're just not into sci-fi like that, or you're not into the... Because with the Avengers, they did try to go more sci-fi, because I believe they said everything in there is tech in the movies, and not. Even though Doctor Strange, it's magic, but I will still think they wanted to say the magic was tech. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure. Back to what I was talking about again. We have Solo and we have Avengers, both with sub 70 scores. You would think these are like in video game terms, these are games that are games. Like for me, who plays mostly video games, these are expected like 80s and 90s, and not sub like 70, like especially sub 75. That's, you know, for people who look at the aggregated score, they're like, oh god, no, thank you. I haven't messed a crap out on this. But the thing is, I think they may need to change that. Anyways, is there not a way to be like, oh, I'm John Smith or Jane Doe, and I like intellectual movies. I like, dramas. I like romance. I like sci-fi. Maybe, I like sci-fi and I like romance movies. And you can put them in those categories, and then you can go to Metacritic and flip a switch and be like, oh, give me, what do the sci-fi reviewers say? Anybody who has that little tag in their name who particularly enjoys sci-fi movies, you flip a switch, it says sci-fi, a little scroll down menu, or, romance. Not saying you have to have them, you can do two options at first. I mean, hell, if they've got a lot of money, maybe they could. But I mean, come on. Is it really that hard to say, oh, this person is more biased towards this, or this? I mean, what I've noticed is a big problem nowadays is admitting your bias. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I like sci-fi stuff. I dislike extremely bloody. I'm not a big... I like horror films, but I do not like slashers. I'm not into the gore porn or whatever it's called. Like, but I mean, come on. I don't think it's just reviewers. I think on the aggregators, it's just as much their fault on some things, and it makes the problem seem worse when it's like that. The Superman movie. What was it? Batman versus Superman. Now, I actually liked the movie in theaters. But again, I like nerdy stuff, so I was more slanted towards it. No, I'm not saying I won't watch a movie that's out of my wheelhouse. And I'm not saying I won't enjoy a movie that's out of my wheelhouse. Like the what is it? The Cell. My girlfriend, she wanted to go watch that in theaters a long time ago. Oh. But again, I see at the time, I definitely, I'm not a Jennifer Lopez fan. I mean, she's, even to this day, she's a gorgeous woman. But the movie, wow, the movie, I watched that and I was surprised. I was like, wow, this is interesting. But I mean, it was deep and it had more layers, and you know, I enjoy stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. But what I am saying is Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, aggregation sites like that, can you not add a little bit more aggregation to it? You know, separate some of these reviewers, like not saying, you know, you can give the in general, like, oh, in general, this movie has a 78, but then give me the slide down bar, or drop down bar. Give me the drop down bar. Let me click sci-fi, fantasy. Let me click romance. Let me click drama, comedy, and see what those reviewers say about it. Because we're gone past the day of this, you know, one reviewer respected, or two, like Siskel and Ebert, you know, when a lot of us were kids, little kids, if that. You know, those days are gone. There's so many reviewers, they are a dime a dozen. It is about aggregation. So, like I said, if you have any questions, I said in previous videos, you know, there's like all of 2 subscribers, you know, like and share this video or subscribe. I really don't, you know, I say I don't care. I mean, I do care. Everybody cares. But, you know, if you like it, like it. I'd like to give a little shout out today to this channel's little emotional sponsor, to Francis Mario, the third more unliked Mario brother. No adventures. He just, you know, he works down at the docks and he works hard, dealing with seamen all day. He's a rough dude. Oh man. That should probably be my intros, as me saying, wow, it's really nice outside. Wow, it's really nice. You know what? It's really nice outside. I'd like to again thank everybody for watching. If you watched this far, I hope I can keep making these videos. And I'm not sure if I want to. I was going to stream yesterday. I streamed for like 6 minutes maybe. I'm not sure if I want to use YouTube or Twitch. I do have a decent enough PC, and I have a PS4 and an Xbox One. So I mean, I could stream. I would like to do, I'm going to do some pre-captures and just, I'm not sure if I'm going to, I think I may just talk over it so that way you can hear me when I'm not 100% out of breath. I am not always huffing and puffing. All right. This is it. I will talk to you all later. Again, any questions, put them down below. I'll answer them. All to the best of my ability. I will give you an answer to almost any question. You may not like it.